Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, hello there, I'm Degen, this is Marvel Heroes, and this is for update 1.11. In this video we'll cover Human Torch, Midtown Patrol, Eternity Splinters, and a bunch of other upgrades. I'm not going to be able to cover every single thing from this update in this video, but I'm going to cover the things that I personally think are cool or awesome. And for the rest of the patch notes, I'll put that in the description, so be sure to check those out when you're done watching this video if you're still curious on some of the other changes. First off, let's talk about Midtown Patrol. In Midtown Patrol, you patrol Manhattan to fight crime, save civilians, and keep the city safe. You can do this at all levels of play. So you can come in here and, save the city no matter what level you are. What this is a big zone. It's full of tons and tons of enemies, so you can just be endlessly killing in here. And you'll have to keep fighting against teams of supervillain bosses, where you'll fight 3 or 4 supervillains at a time. So far so good, and this was one of the updates that I was looking most forward to. Next up, this is it. This is the update that finally added Human Torch. The fiery man we've all been waiting for. You can get him in the store, you could have got him with a Founders Pack, you can get him for Eternity Splinters. He's a Human Torch, he's really fun to play, at least for me. I'm sure you'll enjoy him. Can't wait to get him high level and try him out in some of the endgame stuff. Now there's also Eternity Splinters in the game. These are a new type of in-game currency type of thing where they're like little tokens that drop, and they drop fairly common, so it's not like you're gonna get one a day or something like that. You'll get them pretty common, and what you do is you just trade them in. You can buy heroes, you could upgrade your ultimate, you can get retcon devices, and I'm sure more stuff will be added as time goes on. The vendor to spend your Eternity Splinters is found near Gambit in the hubs. The Eternity Splinters drop is influenced by special item find. You can find them all throughout the game too. You don't have to get to endgame to find them or anything. I started off a fresh Human Torch and I was already finding Eternity Splinters in Hell's Kitchen, which is basically the first zone. Also, for anyone who had a bunch of Cosmic Keys stashed up, all the Cosmic Keys have been turned into Eternity Splinters. Now, a couple of other long-awaited huge updates that we've been waiting for is stackable crafting mats. You can finally stack crafting mats, which is huge, and it'll help players save tons of inventory space. But even if you're still running low on inventory space, they've also added a bunch of new stash tabs that you can get to increase your stash. You can get a much bigger stash now. They added 3 standard tabs and 3 crafting tabs. They also have all kinds of new social chat tabs now. To get into them, you're going to want to click on the cog over on the chat window. Then you can turn on and off certain chats. You can see there's a bunch of different kind here, including trade and looking for groups, stuff like that. And then to get into each one, you just type down in the bottom /LFG for looking for group, for example. And then type your heart away. Now, another one of the pretty big upgrades is costume cores. Now, every single costume core you find, I believe, has either 20% special item find or 25% drop rarity boost. And then they can also have other random stats on them. So you can get costume cores now with 3 different affixes now, instead of just having to choose like, oh, do I want a rarity costume core or do I want an int costume core or whatever. Now you can find one with rarity and int in the same core, as well as another new affix of some sort. This is a pretty huge upgrade in my opinion. And a couple other upgrades a lot of people have been looking forward to since the game came out is damage numbers are back. So now you can see your damage numbers when you're attacking enemies. It's in the options though. You have to go into gameplay options and turn it on. Alright, and quickly there's some new stuff to the storyline portion where there's new waypoints in Sinister's Lab and Castle Doom. There's some new zone content where you'll have basically new types of missions as you play through. There's a few of the chapters that have new quests and missions. I don't know what the official term for them is, but you'll find them. I believe they're all optional. The ones I've seen so far are sort of like the treasure rooms that they always had around, but they're much bigger, and they have a lot of cool enemies in them and rewards. And then other than that, there's a ton of hero upgrades. I'm not really going to get into that too much because there's upgrades for, I want to say, every single hero, if not at least most of them. And for that, I'll put the patch notes in the description, and you can check that out. You can read up on your specific hero if you want. It would take way too long for me to cover every single hero in this video, but there are a ton of hero upgrades and changes. Anyways, thanks a ton for watching. I'm Degen, this is Marvel Heroes, the update video. That's all I got for you. I hope you have a great day. Bye!